This is BFBS, the Forces Station, with Danni and Jonah. Welcome to the lobby. You two know each other from the gaming world?
Yeah, I guess so now. So Kale approached me at RIAT, talking a little bit about your project, I guess, Kale. Do you want to go a little bit into what you're trying to set up?
So I've been working recently to set up an all-female, all-women's space in esports. It's tri-service. It started out as a RAF project, then I realised it probably could just include everybody. So it's gone to tri-service and veterans and MOD staff as well. So it's pretty
awesome.
Wide.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, if anyone doesn't know, my background's sort of in esports organisation. I used to run my own esports org, and we used to have a large female Valorant roster there. And I sort of said to Kale, if you're trying to get women into esports, I might be able to help out with that. So me and Kale are going to try and set something up for this new project. Try and get more women in MOD into esports. I think it's going to be a really exciting project, and I'm really glad to see that someone else is as passionate about getting women into esports as I am. What better person to do it than a female serving in the RAF who is clearly very passionate about esports. You're the social media manager for RAF Esports, is that right?
Yes, so we've got a couple of media people, so we've made me a title of social media content manager, which is a bit wordy. I run the Instagram and the Twitter and the etc.
Nice. Yeah. And you also produce a lot of content, right? Like I saw you out with the camera at RIAT.
Yeah, so my sort of background in media was actually editing video originally, and then I did, funnily enough, a radio show and stuff like that. So I'm bringing those skills into RAF Esports and so on.
This week's theme on the lobby, we're talking gamer tags. Please share the story with us about why you are called Kale, because I'm not going to call you Masie. That's the only time I'm going to do it, all right?
So it comes from the fact that I'm not a vegan. Ages ago, I'm talking still in college, haven't even signed up yet. I went out with some friends to, it's like a steakhouse or something, and I made the mistake of ordering a salad. They got like big burgers or like nachos or they got whatever, and I got a Caesar salad. Now, bear in mind, it's a chicken and bacon Caesar salad, so it was not at all vegetarian or vegan. And my friends thought it was really funny that I got a salad, so they started calling me a vegetarian, which eventually became vegan. It came to the point where we realized our usernames were the same as when we were 10 years old. So me and my friends decided, let's just change our usernames. Let's do something else. Agents or military. This was pre me joining as well. This was not planned. And I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do. So I ended up going with 00 Kale, as in 007. But eventually I lost the logins to all my stuff. I literally Googled kale recipe and it came up with easy garlic kale. And now that is it. That is my username. I'm just going to stick with that. First one that came up.
That's who we've got on the line with us right now. Easy garlic kale.
Danni, you know the post that the social media team put out? Have you got the list of our names?
Of course I do. And we'll go through a load. That's what this week's theme is all about. Yeah. But I think we should help Easy garlic kale out a little bit. Yeah. Can you just let us know what month you were born?
March.
That would make you, oh no, I ain't saying that. I don't think I can say that on the radio.
Actually.
So what we've done is we've got a name generator game tag thing, right? Where we take the first letter of your name, and I'm using K for Kale. Oh no, it's so bad. I can't use K or M for Masie. I can't.
Can I have a look? It could either be... So, regardless, you're a noob, apparently.
Okay, wonderful.
Old noob if you're a K, and crazy noob if you're an M. I mean, they're pretty bad. I mean,
Corporal Crazy Noob. Talk to us about your day job as well, because when we were having a chat on the lead up to this, we were talking about what you do and the importance of women in STEM, but also the importance of women in gaming. So how are they connected?
I'm an engineer for 51 Regiment Squadron. I do the ground equipment, so like the armoured trucks, the quad bikes and the Land Rovers. I completely built my PC. And a lot of my knowledge came from tinkering. And I didn't really like electronics, and I still don't. But we have a wonderful Lecky on Squadron who will do that for me. But when it came to my own PC, now I can take it off and take it and understand the components and the parts that make it work. And I had absolutely no interest in that prior to gaming. And I feel like it's a really good gateway into STEM and the interest in technology. So it was like a interactive way to get into STEM.
And I mean, for anyone who doesn't know the pressures of building your own PC, A, you know how much the components are worth normally, and B, if you do that one little thing wrong, that's all that money down the drain. It's a lot of pressure, Karen.
Jonah, should I even be here? Because when I was just listening to you, and you sound so incredible, and I was thinking the only thing I ever managed to do was take the back off of an Xbox to clear out all the dust. That's all I've ever done.
Hey, there's more than most. There's more than most.
Look, you're both super champions of women in gaming. So talk to us. Is it Flying Nightingales and the group? Yeah, talk to us, Kale. Go.
So the Flying Nightingales were 3 women auxiliary air force. So they were the WAF, and 3 women were put on the Dakota aircraft and sent over to D-Day with supplies, and their job was to be medics for soldiers. It was the first time the British government allowed women to go into active combat. So we've decided to name ourselves after them, and we're the Flying Nightingales. And it did loads for women, because after that, that's when we began to amalgamate into just being the RAF instead of the WAF.
That's fantastic. And I mean, I'm really excited to see how far it goes. At BFBS Esports, we're here to back you 100%. And any way we can give you a hand, then you need to give us a shout.
And that's probably the best gamer tag name, I think. Don't you think?
Yeah, wins by tenfold, I think. Beat that one.
How did your focus group go? Can you talk about that?
So I did a bit of a focus group and a bit of sort of research prior. So I put out a survey, which got plenty of answers, and I did a focus group, which was more so talking to the British Esports Federation. They're the governing body of esports in the UK. So I thought if I talk to them about their approach towards women in esports, and I can align our project with them, then it will make collaboration easier in the future. And it also allows me to take from their pool of data, and vice versa. If we get any interesting information, we can pass it on. So the majority was speaking to them and a representative from British Esports, and we're now getting involved in their Valorant competition, which is coming out, which is really interesting. A lot of good information from them, and I've made a big spreadsheet of stuff, and I got very nerdy about it. Put all the data in, and we're going to now apply that to the servers. So it's talking things like code of conduct, getting that set in place, reporting processes for in-house, but also if we play with somewhere else, and we can build that inclusive and sort of comfortable environment, because these things are in place for people and they know it and they're easy to follow. And so the people in the server feel supported, even if they never have to use them, stuff like that. So it was really interesting and it went really well.
It's for everybody, right?
Yes. So the official list is RAF, Navy, Army, veterans, partners and family of serving personnel, and MOD civil servant. Constantly, we're really involved with veterans. We learn a lot from how the service used to be by staying in contact and having these conversations with veterans. Then we've got MOD civil servants, which any camp you go on to, take a walk around, there'll be them everywhere. And I feel include them in the conversation, include them in the groups, because they also make the stations keep moving the way that they do. And then the families and partners of serving personnel keep personnel. So I just wanted to get everybody, I suppose, in the armed forces world in one place.
Thank you so much for joining us today, and thanks for sharing your story with us, Kale.
No worries. Thank you very much for having me. Appreciate it.
Anytime.